got to watch movies. I remember watching Revenge of the Ninja, and to this day, I never can seem to find it, but it was like one of those cool, like, you know, back in the day, mystical power kind of ninja things, and Red Dawn. And to this day, Red Dawn is like one of those. It's got a place in my heart, not just because it's a friggin' great movie, but it just reminds me of that night that I got to spend with my dad, away from my sisters, just two dudes watching movies, eating junk food. Such a fun night. Oh, that's good. I got so yeah. But Red Dawn, man, I still love, and I've watched the remake of it. It's all right, but it's never gonna compete with like the original. Yeah. So that's. And were you here for my guitar discussion? I've had a couple people coming through tonight, like that. My guitar lessons I've been taking. Oh, that's right, close to the thing. Yeah, that's another one of those things. It's just, I don't know. I took my kids aside about a month ago. I don't know what. I think it was just because the content stuff had been going, and I've been realizing some of the things that kind of stick with you after your parents are gone. And one of those was just trying to remember when my dad would actually. And that's why that night was such a big thing, is because that was him spending time with me. He was always working so much. They did the traditional, one person being the breadwinner, and my mom staying at home. So there were times when he was working 3 jobs, so that we would have like enough money to do stuff. So I didn't see him a lot, and he was a very reserved kind of guy. So I knew he loved me, but I don't remember many times when he actually told me that. You know how you just get, the dudes were dudes back in the day. So it's like, I don't know, just something about it brought up, and, oh, jerk. But yeah, so I pulled my kids aside, and I was like, I'm sorry if I don't say this enough, it's like, but I want you guys to know how much I love you. And they're like, yeah, we know. And I was like, yeah. So yeah, it's like, I think I'm doing a pretty decent job with my kids, but at the same time, there's always something else you can. I hate trees. I hate trees by digging quests. So trying to. It's good. Yeah, just pick some of the things. There's things that my dad did that I'm to this day in awe of. His patience, his. I remember as kids, we would. There'd be like, you'd burn your toast, and it was, you wouldn't want to eat it. And then my dad would be like, oh, I love burnt stuff. And he would eat it just because, didn't want to waste food, and it probably didn't taste good, but, he would eat it so we wouldn't have to. Just stuff like that. So, and I'm realizing that I'm towards the end of, the time that my kids really want to spend a lot of time. Like, they used to come over, like, every other weekend, plus some extra ones, and it's like, now some of the days where it's where they would normally be coming over to my house, they're doing something with their friends, and is it okay if we don't come over this weekend? Like, yeah, I knew it was coming. It was eventually going to come. So it's kind of why I went to Washington. Originally I had orders on another ship in San Diego, but my kids were up here in Washington with their mom. So it's like I gave up those orders just because I wanted to spend as much time with my kids while they actually wanted to spend time with me, So it's kind of cool. The real cool thing, though, is my oldest, Tyler, he's the one that's, the special needs one. He's a senior, so he's going to graduate high school next year, or this year. And my ex-wife has a new baby. We are not alone. Okay, I have bullets in it. Wow. 3 radiated. Yeah, so she's got a new baby, and Ginny has been basically sleeping on the bed with my ex. So when Tyler graduates, he's gonna come live with me, which blows my mind. Like, I was like, that was his choice, that he wanted to live with me. So I'm gonna have more of a roommate. It's just he'll be an adult, so it's not. Oh, wow. that's cool. But it'll be cool, you know, having him, around more often, you know, getting to spend time with the kid. And then I'm probably see the twins a lot more. The funny thing is I've been trying to decide what to do once they all go to college. And one of the things I've thought of, you know, and it's because I can do this anywhere, right? You know, streaming, making videos. I don't have to be here to do that. So I've thought it'd be fun to try and live in another country, maybe. You know, once they go off to college and they're not home anymore, I don't have to feel like I need to be there, so I can actually try living somewhere new, you know? And Europe's always been a draw to me. I know there's countries, you know, in Central America where, you know, my monthly pension would almost be considered rich. So it's something I've kind of got in the back of my head, thinking, you know, what it would be like to, you know, so I've got to visit countries, you know, in the Navy, but it'd be interesting to actually go live in one. So, something to think of. Because I know what it's like to kind of be away, because like I said, we lived in Alaska for 8 years. I graduated high school up there. So, you get somewhat separation, but it's still, you know, you can still visit. And it'd be kind of cool to, you know, have them come visit me whatever country I'm in, because they've never been anywhere. They never went to Mexico, because Mexico was really not at the border area. We weren't even allowed to go over while I was in. It was like illegal. You know, it was like a UCMJ offense.
Great
but
job, traveler.
I don't know if they've been to Canada either. I don't think they've actually been out of the country yet. So, be kind of cool. Yeah, no. I did be very much, you know, looking at what the... Okay, I'm done with tier 2, 3s. Yeah, no, there's some YouTube videos and stuff where they watch, where they go through and they talk about, cost of living, crime, you know, all these other different things and stuff for different places over there. So I've seen some. Sad part is one of the ones that looked really cool is right in the sight lines of Russia. So like Latvia apparently is supposed to be a really good place to live. A lot of history and stuff. But I don't know. I may never do it, you know. It's just one of those things that in my mind would be cool to do. But I don't know. I just like the fact that if I want to, I can. I've got the availability. And even then, it's still hard. Yeah, no. And it's funny, growing up, they were the butt of all jokes that I remember. Like, when I was a kid, every joke, you know, had to do with a Polak.
Master,
you know,
we are not alone.
And it's like, they're nothing like what my... And I think it had to do with the fact that the family I came from was Swedish and German. So I think that I got some of the historical... Yeah. No, they had that, you know, that historical animosity towards that culture. Swedish even worse, like they hated the Swedish. And I remember even in Wisconsin, like we would go to like, it wasn't a Dairy Queen. Okay, hold up. Oh, that's right. This one's full. Actually, will anything fit in there? Nope. Okay. Sell. I think you already have one of those. Yep, so I don't need you. I don't need two. And I am getting a ton, and I mean a ton of items. Okay, no, you should have fit in there. Oh, I've got maxed out the cache. Okay, that's why. Never build you. Right, let's go to recycles. Should have gone in the food. Nah, I'll just eat you. Put you up there. I wouldn't mind that. That seems like that would be a fun place. Just kind of watching it, and like the fact that the Witcher came from there. That's kind of cool. No, but I was gonna say though, like the crazy part, looking at back, because you can tell how different acceptability has become. Because when I was a kid, we used to always love when we would go visit my grandparents. Because the place that I started high school in was the family farm that my dad grew up on. So for the longest time, my grandparents lived there. So when we'd visit, we'd have to go through past this big ice cream place. It had a giant ice cream cone on top and had all the different flavors. It wasn't like it was just a local. It wasn't part of any kind of whatever. But I remember when we go inside, they'd have all these little joke books, and they had entire joke books of Polish jokes. Like that's how accepted it was to make fun of them in that area of the country. It blows me away. Could you imagine something like that, like walking into a store in this current time, and seeing like joke books, entire joke books devoted to making fun of a culture? Oh man, that just whoa! Steel armor bonus bundle. Oh, okay. Wait, what do I have? I think I need. I did need a chest. Okay, I'll go from scrap to steel. Yeah, it really surprises me sometimes how far things have shifted and changed. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's obviously it's a good thing. Oh, they're not ones that you can really repeat. Think of a blonde joke and then double how bad it was. Every one of them was just them being like beyond stupid, beyond dumb, like just incompetent, as bad as you could be. And again, I just think we have to have something to do with the culture, because I came from Wisconsin, and Wisconsin was a heavily German, Norwegian, that kind of, and some Swedish. Swedish was mostly Minnesota, but that whole area was very much, that was where all those the immigrants from those countries kind of settled. So I have to think it had to do with just historical issues that they had with each other. I don't know, but it's just, yeah, it's like just kind of remembering some of those things. Hey, do you remember? Because we're both talking about our first movies were Disney movies. Do you remember when the Disney had the vault where they would release a movie for like a classic for like a year or two, and then it would go back in the vault and you couldn't buy it anymore? And like the VHS tapes would end up being worth like hundreds of dollars. Yeah, dude. Now everything's streaming, but holy cow. I remember going into pawn shops and seeing them up there, and they were like 60, $70 for like Disney movies. I mean, you have to give it to them. It was a pretty good strategy. It definitely worked. And of course, so one of the things that I love about my ex, and it may sound weird, when I bring her up a lot of times, very often, it's because we don't have the typical ex-spouse relationship. Like, she's probably the best friend I have now. We were one of those ones that realized that we did better apart than we did together. It had to do with, we both had some mental health issues, different types of things, but they were ones that kind of ground against each other. So when we got separated, and divorced, it was easier, because kind of the joke I told my parents, because they always were confused why we didn't get back together, because I would go to visit my family. Used to do the Halloween specials where the POV would be doing door trick-or-treat. I don't think I. So, like I said, my childhood was very restricted, so I didn't get a lot of Nickelodeon. That was kind of my later thing. I had a small snippet of it, so I don't remember that one. I do remember when they had that game show. I think it was a slime game show or something like that. I do remember that. Yeah. I think my thing was when the Cartoon Network came out. I was all about the Cartoon Network. Okay, what am I doing? I need to eat. I am not my normal self. I am not focused on the thing. I'm just having fun chit-chatting. Having a good time. Alright. Okay. Dude, I know. Like Space Ghost? Dude, that was a show. And Ren and Stimpy, when they first came out, and MTV with Beavis and Butthead. Oh my god, I was all about Beavis and Butthead. That was such a good show. Okay, that's right. I needed to pull stuff out of here and possibly my drone.
It is a pleasure to serve.
What do I got? Yeah, I thought so. I think it's easier
Great
for me
to
to just
see
take
you,
everything and
Master.
put the healing stuff back in. Thing you told your parents about. Oh yeah. So like I said, it's like it worked because at the end of the day, no matter how much we maybe got each other's nerves, at the end of the day, we weren't going home with each other. It didn't matter. So when we got to that point where like the little things, and even the difference in parenting, you know, I'm not super strict, but I'm also, I don't let them get away with everything, and she has, tech hours, how much they're allowed to play tech, it got to be the thing where instead of, me getting tattled on that I let them play video games or something, it became the thing, where that was the time that they got to go play those games was when they got to go to dad's, and so, again, it was another thing where we took what could have been a conflict and flipped it, so instead it was,
It is a pleasure to
we
serve.
still worked together. And when it came to Christmas gifts, you know how that can be like a contentious things, birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, where it's like, you playing against them. We worked together on the big stuff, and all the big gifts always came from both of us together. When we bought them their first laptops, again, that was both of us together. It didn't matter who put more money in. It was, it was coming from both of us. Birthday gifts, all that. So I am known for going a little bit overboard just because even when I get rules of what I am and am not supposed to do. Yeah, no, it does. And both times my parents died, they were in the hospital kind of at that moment. She dropped everything and she went with me. She took the kids with me and she was there both times, and I'm like, should I go? She's like, yes, you need to go. Let's pack stuff up. Let's go. Like she was right there when I was going through chief season, which in the Navy, it's 6 weeks of hell. Like it's, you've been in for, 16 years. You think you're dog shit and then, or hot shit. And then you get this big promotion. But before you get to actually do the job, you have to go through this. It's almost like going through boot camp again, and after going through it and then being on the other side for years afterwards, I understood what it's for, because you spend years where it's like you just pass the buck to the guy above you, but once you put on those anchors, the buck stops at you. So it's like a complete kind of change in the mind. But I remember going through that when my mom was, her cancer started getting worse, and we it was a thing where it's like I need to leave and I need to go down there because if I don't go down there, I'm gonna miss it, and they were very understanding about it too because they were like, don't stay here because if you lose your mom while you're up here doing this, it's always going to be tainted. Like the experience that I was going through would always be tainted because I would remember it as being the thing that kept me from being there for my mom. So they were very supportive and everything. So when it came time to doing that, I just didn't have the time. She did it. She ran everything. She made all the plans. She worked with my parents. Like she's still in chat groups and video conference things with my family, with my sisters. Like she's still part of the family. So it's, we go for birthday dinners and people think that we're a couple, and it's like, no, that's my ex. And then they kind of look at her kind of funny, going, huh? It just, yeah, we get along. And my kids, I think, are better for it because they get to see that just because things don't work out, that you can still be decent to each other and stuff. So long way around of saying that we make it work. Yeah. There's still things that may bug us about each other, but again, at the end of the day, we don't have to go home with each other. We can go off and do our own thing, and it works out good. All right, where's my mine at? I should probably, I almost forgot. My spear is broken. I need to repair. So I haven't asked. Do you have kids, family, anything like that? Hey, I think I found a better axe. I found a blue one. Where did you go? sworn I found a blue axe. Wait, did I not look in here yet? No, I did. Did you go to weapons, maybe? There it is. Aha! You're an E, you're a C. Yep, we swapping. Just my mom, single guy, no kids I know of. Yeah, nope, I get you there. Only mine's even funnier. You know, the old joke was a sailor, you know, with kids in every port. No, I never got that bad. No, if I'd gone to Australia, I might have had a kid because that would have been hard. That would have been my weak spot. I have a weakness for two things when it comes to women. An Aussie accent, something about that, and redheads. Even though I should know better, that is the story of my life is redheads. I have 2 ex-wives and both of them were redhead. Oh yeah, no, that's awesome. No, my 2 ex-wives, the first one was when I was young and stupid. Like I let my friends talk me into doing it. You know, it was just like a spur of the moment stupidity thing. That was before I joined. Redhead. My current ex, you know, over there, redhead. I think I dated a couple other ones. I'm just something about it. You know what my second favorite hair color would be though? And it's not natural. It's something you have to dye. I don't know. It just comes from my youth, but blue hair. I have no idea why, but blue hair. Okay, that's fixed. What do you need? Oh, you need more steel. I think there was definitely a time I went through the not emo, alternative I wouldn't say life, but yeah. So my first wife, the one that lasted all of 3 months, stupid kid. Yeah. I know from my current ex that she is like the queen of not letting pain get to her. Like that's like like something she's proud of and has always talked about, like stuff that she can tolerate and tough through. So I never really asked. So Katrina was my first ex. Oh, we ran out of gas. So I don't really know if that was the thing for her, but for my current ex, absolutely. She 100% that proud of her pain tolerance. She had 4 kids, you know, a set of twins, but not once did she have an epidural. Did it all natural. So I guess that right there kind of gives you an inkling. Who did that? Do you have both of them?
Ready for duty.
You do. I did put both of them in there. I don't know. Maybe it's something about their temperament, too. Don't know why I would be attracted to somebody with that temperament, but you know, it's a thing. Okay. Where is my mine? I thought I had a mine here somewhere nearby. Yeah. She was also, like, has real easy childbirth. So I remember she said one time they decided to try to give her one, but she ended up having having Tyler before it even took effect. So it was like she didn't have it anyway. So, apparently I'm still hungry. Oh, I am. Yeah, we'll take that one. That'll fill me up. Alright. Yeah, I could have sworn. Titanium. I don't want I mean, I suppose I could go for more titanium, but it's like being in the wasteland at night's kind of dangerous. Did I go under for that? There's got to be something with like a few better things. There's a nitrate. What do I need? I think it's iron. That's like the thing I need the most. So where's like the biggest probably right here. Or that one, but these are spread apart, so and it's not far away. Let's start here. And we're going to call that our iron mine. It's like I'd rather... I need more gas too. I would rather have more than I need, like get extra, than, you know, have to like panic at some point because I need more. So get it while I can. Plus this one's... I gotta get more shale. I gotta go to the desert too. Let me get a couple more of these. Yeah, I gotta go to the desert. I gotta get me some shale because I'm running low on fuel. I'll bring half of you. Get something set up so I can repair. Should probably make a... let's go over here. See if I can make a wood one. Make an easy chest. Yes, I can. Ooh, I didn't realize I had more of those. Okay. Do I have coffee? I have lots of coffee. Alright, I should bring some coffee. Yeah, let's bring some of these just for extra food. Alrighty. Yeah, I probably use some more titanium, but you get creepers so fast in the wasteland. And they come in, and then you get like scorpions and everything. And it's like, I can deal with a screamer out here. But I can move around. That wasteland is just not a fun place. But I'm gonna be living there soon. So I think that's one of the things I got to look at when I decide where I want to put my base. When I get to the wasteland, is I got to figure out somewhere that's gonna have access to a good set of mines nearby, so I don't have to go far away looking for them. Headshot, got him. I was so nervous when I was upgrading this, because when I got the gun, I think it was only like an F or an F, maybe a G. It wasn't good. I think it only had 2 mod slots. And so I basically upgraded this with all, you know, with his little system of, you know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. And so far, I haven't had any failures. And I got it all the way up to this color. So the next, I almost have enough to try for the B, but I think it was like a 75% chance. So that means not so good. All right. I think that's pointing at the iron, correct? Yeah. All right, let's try this. I know I'm going to get some company here shortly. See how far we get down here. So, I've been playing, so Renivo, you know, the guy I play with on Wednesdays, he's what you'd call a bit of a glutton. Like, he likes those really tough mods on Minecraft. So apparently the hardest, I'm going to say hardest, I mean by, why am I having such a hard time making, this thing does not work good when you're trying to make rings. The recipes are ridiculous. Like the amount of stuff that you have to collect and that you have to collect for him is ridiculous. And he's been itching to play, which is why he wanted to do all the mods with me for, you know, for our Wednesday thing, because he was hoping that would scratch his itch. It didn't. So Saturday afternoon, I get a DM from him in Discord saying, "Hey, me and one of his work buddies are gonna play Greg Tech New Horizons. Do you want to play?" And I think when I first saw the text, I just saw him saying want to play. I didn't see the Greg Tech part, so I'm like, yeah. And then I realized what it was. I'm still in for it because you know, it still sounds fun. So we've been playing that. So literally, as soon as he got off, I had to download the Prism mod loader and some other stuff and get everything ready so we could get on at 7. And it's like he keeps the server running 24/7, so we all get on at different times and stuff. But that's pretty much they were both cool with me streaming. So any time that we get on and we're kind of playing together, I'm probably just gonna throw the stream on. So it'll be outside of my normal hours, except for my Wednesday stream, because when me and Red play on Wednesday, we're gonna be playing that. But yeah, so Saturday evening, that was like the first time I just like out of the normal time I was streaming, just me and the two of his, well, him and his buddy, just having a good time. I'm like your gopher. If you need something, just point me in and tell me what to do, because I don't know the mods. They know all the mods. Like they're game developers, right? So and it's funny too because they actually have they get time during the workday to play other games. Like it's actually a thing that's supported, and and I think it's part of the thing to if you play other games and stuff, you get to sometimes see things that you can incorporate or themes or ideas and stuff like that. So I hear stuff like that. I'm like, man, not only is your job cool because you get to make games, but you get paid to play games.
Incoming enemies, prepare for conflict.
So it's not a bad life. Plus, I think for his two of his anniversaries for working there, I think the first one was like 10 year and the next one was like 20 year, 25 year or something. He literally they give him like a sword, like a complete replica of the Frostmourne from the Lich King. It was like, but the fun part is whenever we play a game, if there's something we don't like, he can immediately figure out how to mod it. Yeah, no. So he hosts all the games on on his so he has servers at home, so he makes servers and stuff like that. So we're playing on a dedicated server he's got for his for what we were playing for the Minecraft. But he's got every version saved of all the different things. So like when we first started playing 7 Days to Die, or no, I'm sorry, Minecraft, way back, like probably like 18 years ago, I think is how long we've been playing games together. He's got all those old things saved, the world saved and stuff. But yeah, he's a cool dude, man. Like I got to meet him a couple times. Like actually hang out when he came to San Diego for trade meets and stuff like that. Just kind of cool. I got to take him to a really cool burger place, and then to the restaurant where they shot the bar scenes from the original Top Gun. The You Lost That Love and Feeling and all that stuff. So I had to take him to that bar, which is cool. He liked that. All right. I think I'm almost down there, so let's get rid of the stuff that I've picked up so far. And I gotta widen myself an area out down there. I definitely brought the wrong vehicle again. Keep telling myself I gotta bring the van because that motorcycle only has like 600 pounds worth of storage. All right, I gotta be getting close. So I didn't catch those two, so they either went that way or that way. It's kind of one of the reasons for getting these, because I'm hoping they all join together at some point. Yeah, like when we played Minecraft, like it's funny because he didn't really pay, he made a couple like mods for Minecraft when we played together that were just, meant to be fun. Okay, hey, appreciate it. No, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, bud. Alright, I have basically 4 hours left to mine. This one, I almost missed this one too. It's all sliding this way, it looks like. Alright, let me... Hey, no worries. Yeah, appreciate you coming by. Like I said, it's fun. Like I kind of got lost in the conversation. Appreciate you coming out, man. Trying to get myself a nice spot to stick my storage bench, or my maintenance bench, and the storage box, where the zombies are not gonna run me over, or it over. Yeah, I can put you there. Let's see, I think I'll stick the chest here. Flip it. There we go. Now, actually, hold on. First, let's put it on broadcast. Okay, now I can put you guys in there. I'm good on food. Actually, it's funny. I'm bringing all this stuff for mining because normally you're you run out of stamina, I'm using the Valkyrie. I don't use stamina. I just let it go. See how far this one goes. I would love it if I could catch up to those other nodes. And I'm hoping maybe it does, because that's the best part, is if you can get like a monster node that just goes on and on. It takes a while to clear it out, but once you do, man, you get so much good stuff. Just right at the edge. So I'm trying to stay on the edge as much as I can, because I'd rather get iron than stone. Although I do need stone. But I don't want to just get all stone. Wait, is that coal? It is. There we go. This has got coal. We got iron and coal so far. The iron. See what else we can find in here. Best mines are when you can find like a bunch of interconnected nodes. So if I can find some nitrate in here, that would already be perfect for gunpowder. If I find some lead, my ammo problems are over. I think right now the thing that I'm hurting most for as far as making ammo is the gunpowder. So I think I really would, if I could find a good nitrate mine and a good coal mine. And I don't know this good coal mine because it seems to dry up really fast. And I'm hoping this one widens out a little bit more as we get down. I don't feel like I've gotten very far. It's like already dwindling. But I'm anticipating getting a screamer anytime now. Typically, I don't get very far before I got them screaming at me. Although, the good part is I got a much bigger... I left all my gas. I'm about to go and talk about I have a much bigger gas tank and would help to bring some gas with me. Okay, I take it back. Never mind, this is actually rather large. Wait, what? Oh god. I thought this was that over there and all my stuff had disappeared. Okay, well let's get you repaired while we're here. That was the reason for that. Okay. How much of the fuel are you going to take? And it holds 1,000 now, so that actually emptied you. It might even be over 1,000. Let's grab another one so we can have that. Okay, I'm at 1,000 and I have 2,000 left. Okay, that sounds like a screamer. Are you going to come down here? I don't know. Alright, let's keep working on this. Yeah, that... Okay, I need to go up and take care of that, I think. Otherwise, they're all going to come down on top of me. Oh yeah, I do have some stuff to dump. Okay, let me bring all my... Look how much stone I get. I get so fast. Alright, I'm going to take this up to drop in the bike. But I definitely need to take care... Let me switch to this one. Yeah, I definitely need to take care of this screamer wherever she is. Hope she hasn't already started digging and has a big hole in the snow. That's worst case scenario. Okay. Oh, wow. I had no idea the sniper rifle was out. Okay. So, I am mining right over here, so... If she's made too big of a hole, I may have to bring some concrete out and patch it back up.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, there you are. I need this tree down as fast as I can. I don't like trees when I'm fighting zombies. That's why I always chop them down when I get the buried loot quest or buried supplies quest. Oh, got a nest. There more okay, he is irradiated. Okay. Are you gonna try to eat him? Okay, we got some bigger guys over here. There we go. I wish I could get a little bit bigger of a magazine. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's got a good magazine. Got another screamer. Yep. Only good screamer is a dead screamer. Okay, did you make a hole though? I need to figure that out. Doesn't look like it. Which is actually kind of surprising. Okay. Maybe I moved too fast for it to lock in on me. Alright. Gotta remember to put my iron away. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back out here again with my van when I can really load up on stuff. Okay, everything but you. I can only fit another 100 pounds. Yep. Okay, so I'm currently at 196, so I can get up to about 296 in... I'm gonna have to leave my repair station here and come back with the van tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Because that thing by itself weighs like 50 pounds. And I want to at least, from this trip, be able to come back with something to smelt. That's the plan. Back in. As long as we're staying in the sand, I know we're good. This is a nice straight little run here. I like straight runs. I like nice, clean lines in mine. I hate when they angle off like this. I can still make it work, but a bit more to make it look good. Straighten off now. What I'm trying to do is to get back to our repair station. Do the full circuit of this so that we kind of get a feel for the dimensions of this bad boy. And then we can start working on getting pillars and stuff set up. So again, I would like... Did we just do it? Yes. Okay, and we went down a level. Alright. It's like this little thing here. So, I'm gonna take this down. Straighten this out. The opportunity. Where am I at now? Almost to that. But I have more than just iron, so I can leave some stone behind. Okay. Now, this... Don't need to make the pillar here because I already got the wall there. I think the middle would be the best place for the pillar for both sides, just as far as this first area. When it turns later on, we just got overweight. When it turns later on, then it's gonna have to move around a bit. But right now, I'm going to go up and put this in. I'm going to take all the other stuff and bring it back down. I just want to bring just iron. I wish I had... No, I was going to say I could go get the van, but I still can while taking this back. I'm going to make sure I have enough that I can move, or that my motorcycle can move. Run back to my base. Do a drop-off, grab the van, bring it back, and then when we start tomorrow, I would like to do a bit of base prep work. Okay, so now I can fit another 225. Hey, what's up, man? Man, this has been a fun night, man. I've had my first hype train tonight. Yeah, it's been fun. Like I think I did less work tonight than I've done in a long time. It's been chatting away, having a good time. I did find a couple good things though. Yeah, look at this bad boy. Didn't do any upgrade. That's the way it came, man. She nice. And then, yeah, the upgrades I did last time. Yeah, I'm just over here doing a little bit of mining right now. Yeah, it's been a fun night though. I've been playing a bunch of Minecraft with Ren and a buddy is his from work. So we're playing Greg Tech New Horizons, which apparently it's one of those like really hard mods that make everything extra difficult. That's the kind of stuff they like, I guess. Okay, I'm trying to think. I could do 2. I think that's about right. I might take a little bit more back just to be sure. I don't want to have to come back in a second one. I did the same thing again. I keep coming out to go mining with the motorcycle, forgetting that it only has like 600 pounds of weight tolerance. Need to bring the van. Yeah, tomorrow night is gonna be right off the bat. So first half of it's gonna be the that's too much by 27.1. Oh,
It is a pleasure to
Drone.
serve.
I can bring more stuff. I forgot all about. I have a drone and I completely forgot about it. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do the horde. I think I fixed all the stuff that went wrong. It was a catastrophe. That horde, that day 49 horde. Oh man, it was a catastrophe. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Cop spit at my my wall and hit right where I had the electric fence
Ready
post.
for duty.
Broke the electric fence post an hour in. They just started running at me, and because they were sprinting, my little trick with the terrain didn't work. So they just ended up coming right up to my metal hatch. So I'm over there with a nail gun in one hand and rifle in the other. Yeah, it was rough. How many pounds did it say I could do? It said 621. We went there. Should be good with that. I just want to get back home and start getting my iron cooking. Yeah. No, and my YouTube's actually been going pretty well this week. I think I went from like 367 to 376. You know, solid movement. Why is my math off so bad? Should be able to do 225. I must have put more stuff in there. All right, you know what? And I think that gets me to 224. I'll pick it up when I come back. At least I got a decent amount of iron, though. I have like 500 ingots of iron and like 200 or 300 of steel. I got tired of trying to make something and needing the ingots and not only having plates, so I'm holding off on plates now unless I need them and just kind of keeping the ingots. What was I going to? What is that?
Trader Joel's is now open.
Crack-a-book. Okay, I don't know why I had that selected, but that keeps making me want to go there. Traders reset on day 57, so today's the horde. Tomorrow the trader will reset. I love this little trick. I can get in the van, and then the van lets me access this when I get out. It's perfect. Alright, let's get you guys cooking. Actually, I need some... Yeah, yeah. In my mind, it just didn't even cross that was like a way to do things. I just thought, you know, hey, you need plates. Plates is the thing. It's somewhat. I'm about to have to do another recycle run here. Wait, no, this isn't my recycles. Why are you guys in there? You guys are my recycles. Yeah, I think right now, I can't even show you. I left it's down there. Okay. Oh, that's right. I want to make all the stuff too. Let's do iron first. Okay. Oh, I did. No, like, why? Okay, that makes sense. All right, we'll get you guys cooking. That's only gonna take me. That's not that long. I'll give you a little extra time just to make sure. How much? Yeah, dude. It seemed like that's all I was doing for week 2 was just trying to get stuff for upgrades. I don't know how or why, but getting the Valkyrie up to F, the sniper up to C, and I think I may have done something with the shotgun. I didn't have a single failure. Like, I expected at least 1 or 2 of them to just, you know, because that's just the way it always goes. But yeah, I got lucky. Yeah, you're empty. Oh yeah, you
Great
got stuff
to see
too.
you, Master.
That's right. I'm gonna leave the gas in you for now, but I can definitely make some more stone powder. Yeah, I gotta. Wait. Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I think right now, do I have any more to pull out? So at the moment, I have like 2,100. So I need at least 487 to make what's left there. But it's like you have to walk that balancing act because you need to make cement and stone powder. I have a bunch more stone down there. So, you know, I'm just going to get you all cooking. And you know what? No, let's do it this way. Yep, I'm going to do 400 here. I'm going to do 400 each of them. That'll get it there quicker. 400-ish. Yeah, pretty close. Every time I hear that, it just makes me smile. I don't even have to come up here anymore. It shoots at him. I got the turret up there now. Alright, let's go back with the... yeah, because I need to pick up the maintenance table as well. So let's take this so we can make sure we can grab everything. I think my garden should be close to being ready to pick again, too. Yeah, there we go. Finally got that going. It's always the farm plots. It's like it just, you want to do it, but it takes so much effort to get, you know, the farm plots, to get all the stuff to make them. So now that I finally got that done, it's so nice to just go over and harvest it and not have to replant it like vanilla makes you do. So I finally got my crop situation under control. Yeah, I'll get you guys first. Yeah, it's good times. Let's say I got 1 more week down here because I'm doing 3 weeks per biome, so this is coming up on my 2nd horde night here, which means I got 1 more horde night before I have to really start getting ready for the wasteland. At least I'm finally up to at least steel in 3 of my items and the SWAT, so the iron boots. So I'm getting better at my armor, but my armor is lagged so far behind my everything else. It's... yeah. I'm gonna leave that here. Can you pick up farm plots if you have a land claim down, or do you have to break them down? So I don't think he changed it, so it should be vanilla. Like, I can test it to find out. Like, I know in vanilla, if it's a hand placed one, not a POI one, but if it's a hand placed one, when you scrap it, you get nothing until it's gone, and it just puts a farm plot back in your inventory. So you don't have to like recreate them or anything like that. But I'll experiment for science when we get back. Bringing the last of the stuff back so I can get some more concrete cooking too. But yeah, I think if you mine it, either shovel auger or whatever, it's going to give you back the farm plot itself without anything else.
My senses have picked up something.
I hate how bad the vision is when it snows. It's like that's exactly when you hit cars on the highway. You just, you know, if you got like any kind of speed. Okay, what did I have in here? Let's grab all of you. Put you guys up there. Let's go check on a farm plot. So I'm pretty sure there's at least one that wasn't having anything in it. Yeah, so if I hit this one, got nothing, and I get a farm plot back. Yep. Yeah, you just get the whole farm plot. So that makes things easier. You don't have to worry about actually damaging something. Yeah. Okay, let's get some of these going because they're faster, because I want to be able to get all the iron cooking. So now I can make how many ingots? So I've already got 183, but I can make another 352 and add it into here. 677 and 321. Not bad. And then I might have more. Why can't I move? What is in my inventory? Oh. 700 raw iron. Yeah, and plus another 20 plates over here. So I think I've got like 50 titanium plates, 45, and then 73 ingots. Doing all right there. I ended up using a lot for like upgrades and things. Oh yeah, now I want to make some concrete, so I'll put the other stone in here. Snowballs, I think, go up here.
Ready for duty.
I know. A land, yeah, dude. And you know what? That's the thing. I don't know if it works. If you have to have that to pick those up or not. But yeah, dude, the land claim, because of the electrics themselves. This stupid generator. I tried to place it here the first time, and it placed it on the outside of the block, a block down. I'm having to jump over the fence to access it, so I had to get a land claim in here just to be able to move that. Yeah. Luckily, the most of these workstations you don't need to. Okay, food. Finish food. Raw food. I need to feed my chickens and stuff again. Been giving them the trees. Actually, let's just... I hate those. Those are the ones with all the snow on them. I don't like those. Okay. And you... Put you there. Just got everything cleared. Okay, I just need 4 flowers. Okay, we'll go with the goldenrod this time. Get you guys going. Yeah, I like this setup out here. Like, this was originally supposed to be my garden, and I didn't have enough room for stuff, and it just ended up filling out to like a little abutment to the base itself. But I like it now. It's cozy, all the animals out here. I've been getting lucky on the vending machines. I got 12 antidotes now. That's awesome. Okay. Hopefully we got through some of these. Yep, we did good. A second. No, I'm not using those, but I will do the zinc. Okay. The rest of the iron. I got coal dust to make quite a bit of those, but let's sit on that for a sec. I would rather do concrete. Okay, gotcha. Okay, good. I need stone powder for both sides of it, not just stone. All right, so I can come back over here and it'll pull out of there. I can make another 25 or 250. And then I'll have to use some of that to cook. Actually, I can probably take what's already in there to craft what I do have, and the rest I can put into cook. Alright, so I can go over here, make another 47, and then I'll put the rest over here to cook. Dude, that is so expensive. All that stone. I'm half tempted to just make a stone mine just directly underneath my base and use that to just go back and forth and just get stone. The goal is in a week to basically finish the last horde night, get everything gathered up, and then pile a bunch of building stuff in the van, and then go out and find the best wasteland. But I'll tell you what, the first one I went to, the one they sent me to at the very beginning here, it seemed like it was a decent size. Although this one here is closer to all this stuff. I don't know, we'll look at which one, but I want to make sure whichever one I decide to live in has a large city, so I don't have to get sent everywhere for stuff. But also has to be near where there's some nodes. And it looks like this area here. Do I see any titanium nodes nearby? Probably have to open up more. Hopefully there's something nearby I can do for mining. But anyways, we are definitely past the normal time again, so go ahead and end the stream here. Man, this has been a fun night. I had a lot of fun. First hype train, couple subscribers, gift subscribers, everything. Yeah, it's been a fun night. So first off, appreciate everybody coming by. Had a really good time playing. If you end up watching the VOD here on Twitch and you haven't already followed, I'd appreciate you give me a follow. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate that. But that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.